Hey everybody, this is Jay Lippman, and this is Culture Cast. Hey everybody, welcome to Culture Cast. This is episode 7. I am your host, Jay Lippman. Thank you guys so much for being here. Real quick, I apologize for the quality of this recording. I'm actually sitting in my car outside of Starbucks. I got a really full weekend ahead of me, and I wasn't confident that I'd be able to make the time to record an episode for you guys like I usually do every weekend. So I'm sitting here, I got my AirPods in, and we're going to see how this works out. Anyway, today's episode is going to be really short, but I wanted to give you guys a piece of very practical advice that you can implement immediately in your business. I know a lot of the episodes that I have put out there have been very in the clouds and very theoretical, like the importance of having happy employees and what happens when you put profit before the people and all that. But today I really wanted to get tactical with you and give you a piece of advice that you can turn around and put into action the next time that you're in the office. And what that piece of advice is to start getting a feel for how your employees are doing and start getting your finger on the pulse of your company. And it's super easy to do that. Really, all you got to do is ask people how they're doing, both in and out of the office. Because what's going on in their personal lives is just as important as how they're doing in their life. Really, all you have to do is just go and say, "Hey, how you doing? How are things going? You know, how are the kids? How's the wife?" And just start asking questions. And the reason why you want to do this is because everybody is driven by different stuff. Everybody is driven by more than just a paycheck and benefits. Everybody has hopes and dreams and goals and aspirations, and you need to really find out if your company is serving them well, if they are providing an environment that allows them to go after their goals and go after their hopes and dreams. You know, for example, George may seem like he's doing fine, but, you know, behind the scenes, he's working 12 hours a day and missing time with his kids. And his, North Star, his most important thing is spending time with his family. You know, if you have a company that is requiring people to really put in those kind of hours, and those employees really want to spend more time with their family, you're going to end up with a lot of unhappy people. So in order to improve company culture, one of the things you have to do is get a feel for how your employees are doing. So that's my challenge to you guys for this week. Next time you go into the office, just start asking people how they're doing. Now, I understand a lot of you are CEOs and you have big companies with a lot of employees and you don't necessarily have the time to go to each individual person and ask how they're doing. I get it. I only have 5 people working underneath me in my job, and I find it hard to make the time to do that. So here's what you can do. Utilize your human resources department. Human resources has stereotypically and historically been used as a defensive mechanism, as a place where people can go so they can facilitate issues that arise between employees. I want you to flip that on its head, and I want to start using HR on offense and have somebody in human resources start going around and asking how your employees are doing and getting a finger on the pulse of your staff. And I think if you do that, you're really going to get a feel for your company culture. You're going to get a feel for, how happy your employees are, like, for real. And you're going to get kind of a starting point of the things that you need to improve in order to have a better business. Guys, that's it for me this week. Like I said, a super short episode. Please stick around for next week. We got Will Taylor Jr. on, and I think you're really going to enjoy the way that he was able to turn his company around by focusing on company culture. And the week after that, we have Crystal Rose on, and she has a hiring process that I think you guys are going to be really interested in. Guys, thank you so much for listening, and take it easy. I'll see you next week.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for listening. Your attention means the world to me. I hope you know that. If you guys could do me a favor and head over to SoundCloud and give this a like, or head over to iTunes and rate this podcast, it would be awesome.